and welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars review. This time I'm here with set 75317, The Mandalorian and Child. It was released on August 1st, 2020, contains 295 pieces, was rated ages 10 plus, and has 0 minifigs, but if you want to say that the breakheads themselves kind of make up for that. The Mandalorian breakheads come from the Disney Plus series, The Mandalorian, set 5 years after Return of the Jedi, following a rogue Mandalorian who has stumbled upon a child of an unknown species, or as we know, Yoda's species. I feel like it's a great addition to the series because he is his species is very strong with the Force, as we've seen from Yoda and I think Yaddle. I'm not sure is Yaddle canon or not, but it exists. So it's very good to see that happening. Plus also, two of the possibly most favoured kind of characters. Mandalorians are very favoured by a lot of Star Wars fans, and so is Yoda, so, you know, they kind of go hand in hand there. Unlikely partnership, but it does work very well. The series is 1 season long so far, and the second season, said to have Ahsoka and Rex in it, is due to drop on the 30th of October. Now just a little look at the back of the box here, why not? You can see there, you can change his ears to down if you want him to be kind of a bit more sad looking. You can take him out of the little carrier there, which is a really nice feature, and of course you can take the figures, same with any other brickheads, off the stands if you want to take them off the stands and just throw the stands to the side or use the pieces for something. While I'm here, I might as well just give you a look at the top as well, because it doesn't show minifigures, but it does show that little bit there. A little nice bit of artwork on the side of the box there, to be honest, and the other side is fairly blank, and the bottom of course is just all that small print. So I guess now we'll get on to the review. So starting off with the overview as per usual, we have the Mandalorian, the child, and the child's carrier, which is interesting here. You see these little hooks there kind of look like for, I don't know, for the hands or something. It's just small wee details that make it kind of interesting a wee bit. You can see there that this is pretty much all it comes with. Like, you can argue that it comes with this blaster and the 2 lightsaber hilts on his ankle there and the gun at the back, but because it's a display piece, I'm not going to take them off and say that they are attachments for the thing, because you can't really, you know, mess with it too much. You can't put, like, this blaster, you can't put in this hand because there's just not enough space for it. But yeah, that's pretty much the overview. Like, again, there's not really else that comes off the back here. But yeah, I suppose so we can get on to the review as per usual, starting with the small and getting towards to the big. So starting off with the child, we have a decent enough build here, to be honest. Like, I mean, it wasn't that taxing. This kind of stuff here is interesting to see, the way they kind of make it all work together like that. It's nice and tiled off. They also kind of build a little horizontally in places, as you can see. Studs coming out the side here instead of up the top, and the same with kind of the hands here. Not an awful lot to say about it. The eyes are nice. They are printed tiles there, not stickers or anything. There's actually no stickers in the set, which is really nice to see, because, you know, they just kind of get all over the place. And another thing bad about them is they wear over time, and it just wouldn't be as great. It's really nice to see the printed pieces here. Now, if you want, you can make Yoda look kind of sad. You can make the child look kind of sad. With his ears pointed down, for example, like whenever Mandalorian takes the little ball he's playing with, or something like that, you know. But generally I'll probably leave him with the ears up, because, you know, they're the kind of shape of his ears generally anyway, same as Yoda. Not an awful lot to say. There's not actually an awful lot of green pieces in the bag or in the build. It's actually just like, as you can see, there's even grey underneath, so it's literally just kind of plated green, if you like. But again, there doesn't really need to be that much green, because a lot of it is his robe as well, and even under the robe you will find kind of different colours. If you get in through there, in around here, there's a little difference in the colour code. Now, it is a great little build and a nice display piece if you're into brickheads. If you're not into brickheads, don't get it. Like, you don't need to, because it wouldn't be for you. But if you wanted to get one brickheads out of all of the brickheads that they're selling, this is probably the one for you, because it is decent. Like, it's a nice kind of representation of the characters here, and yeah, I'm very happy with it, to be honest. It's not really much of a play thing. You can play with it, but it's just it's not really the best for playability. Um, just because it's so big and clunky, it doesn't really fit with the system as well as the minifigures would. But if you want to, if you want to integrate it into some of your other toys, that'd be kind of the perfect opportunity to do so. Um, so yeah, all in all, delighted with this little minifigure. And getting on to the carrier, just while I have him here, I will show that he fits in here and he slots in there. He sticks into two little sleeper tiles down the bottom there. And it makes sure as well that he actually only has one orientation in here. Like, maybe if you wanted to make him, like, you can't actually fit him in any other way, and you can't get him off to the side or anything to make him to put him in wrong, essentially. So like, as soon as you put him in and stick him down on something there, he'll be in the right place where you need him to be. But that's pretty much just the function of the two of them together. Now this is a lovely little build. I really have to say that, because they build kind of horizontally here as well. Because these tiles are actually one big brick here. There's no gap in the middle there. They're actually one big brick, and the top stud is facing out this way. Same on this side, which kind of this attaches to, and then it just makes it look very nice. And this piece here is also horizontally done. I just love when they do horizontal builds, because it kind of really shows the creativity behind some Lego and what you can do with Lego. It's not just what you see at face value that you can do, like build a square house out of Lego. It's not essentially what Lego is for, but yeah, these two bits here are going the whole way through to the front, and they are connected by a Technic piece under there. And if you want, you can take it off the stand altogether and recreate scenes that is chucked in the bin or something. You can do what you want there, or just toss the stand to the side if you like. Some people do like that, but I like the way it kind of mimics the fact that it's hovering. These little details are nice. The four studs in there are a nice addition to it, and again, not an awful lot I can say about it, because there's no function in this or the child sitting into it. But again, it is a very, very nice build. This was the first thing that you built in the packet, so it kind of set the mood for the whole thing, and it was a very nice addition to the set. Overall, very happy with this little build because of the techniques used in it, and also the child fits in there nice and well. So, the Mandalorian is a really nice build. It kind of surprised me what parts of it I was building when I was building it. Some of the techniques used in this build was even better than building the carrier for the child, because it was just kind of fantastic, really, the way they did everything. This isn't actually really screwed in by anything. It's kind of loose, and so is this piece. And these two bits are built and slotted in there, and yeah, they're kind of the same. They're not exactly attached to each other or anything behind it. They're actually just kind of held in place by, I don't know, force, really. It's just because they kind of clasp things around it. If you want to look at the unbagging, unboxing and build per bag video I have, that will explain it a little bit better than I can at the moment. But again, it's a really fantastic little build for a HEADZ build. Now, I will say it looks kind of accurate. It's not as full Beskar armor, which is interesting to see, because you do get that nice kind of color pattern that's just kind of all over the place and kind of messy. This piece here is a printed tile. Again, nice to see that there are no stickers, same as these are printed tiles. Nice to see that there are just no stickers, because they kind of get, worn out over the years, and, just don't exactly sometimes get put on properly and accurately, and it's just kind of something that might annoy you. The gun here is not minifigure scale, not scaled to him. It actually is minifigure scale, but it's not scaled to him, which some people will have a problem with. I don't actually have a problem with that. I kind of like the odd proportions of it, because, obviously enough the legs in proportion to the head, and the hands as well. It's just none of it is in proportion to itself. So I kind of do like that. It wouldn't really make sense to try and proportion the guns with him anyway. As you can see here, he has two little lightsaber hilts on his belt here. He has binoculars in front. He has his little pistol there. And as I said, he has his rifle on the back. As you can see, all this black bit is representing his cape. Now this slots in, that you build this part and then you attach it with these parts and then you build these parts separately. So the whole cape isn't actually one piece, but it still represents the cape nice enough. Also, you can see the back of his helmet there is kind of similar to the Boba Fett build we saw. These tiles are used in the back of Boba Fett's helmet in the Helmet Series 18 Plus version, and it's nice to see that they again use that there. You can, if you want, try and attach something onto this to make it look like he has that kind of, not visor, but the kind of antenna thing that the Mandalorians have, if you want. But otherwise, like, it is a fantastic looking build. The techniques used in it are really interesting, and the end piece looks really good, I think. For a BrickHeadz, like as I said, it wouldn't really be an Ultimate Collector's Series kind of display set, but for anybody who's interested in BrickHeadz, or anybody who's interested in the Mandalorian, who just wants to get something small for their desk maybe, you know, it's interesting, and it does the job there very well. Very, very happy with this little build. So all in all, I'm delighted with this little set, to be honest. I'm not really a fan of the BrickHeadz in general, so I wouldn't be getting a lot of them, but I'm a real fan of the Mandalorian, and also I just kind of want to start getting all of the Lego anyway. I can sell what I don't like, and I just want to get all of it that comes out in waves and, you know, review it and do stuff for this channel especially. But like, if there was any BrickHeadz I was happy to get, it was definitely these guys. I've gotten BrickHeadz in the past and they've been cool, but I've not exactly like jumped to the shelf to try and get any since that. But you know, I am actually really happy with this set. Like, I mean, it's a very decent build. It's an interesting little build, and it looks nice for a little display piece for your desk or something. That it doesn't have to be too detailed. It is a very nice piece to have. So guys, pretty short video because there's no minifigures with it, so I can't exactly, you know, go on about them or explain many other play features because there's not many play features. The display side, pretty good if that's the kind of thing you're into. Not an Ultimate Collector's Series edition kind of set, really. It's not kind of for the major collectors. And the best thing I'd say for play is that you can probably mix them with some of your other toys, like not Lego toys, if you wanted to do that, because they're a lot bigger than minifigs, and they kind of work that way as well if you wanted to kind of open up the world of toys and just join everything together like they do, for example, in the Lego movie, in a different sense, but, you know, close enough. Thanks a million for watching my video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment if you feel like there's anything you need to say. Thanks a million, guys. See you again. Take care.